Good evening and welcome to We the People. In 1971, Indira Gandhi abolished the privy purses of India's royal families. Now in 2009, Congress President Sonia Gandhi, Indira's daughter-in-law, has stopped party men and party women of the Congress from using royal titles. This brings us to our special focus on the program today on royalty. What place does and should royalty have in a democracy? Is India, in fact, still fixated with its royalty? Should we treat royalty as part of our rich history, or should we be embarrassed that there are still royals who describe themselves as royals? Is there far too much political correctness, in fact, about this debate? Where do you stand? Which side of the divide do you stand on? Well, send in your comments as we begin our debate tonight. Let me start with Manish Tiwari of the Congress. Interesting that the Congress should decide to issue this directive after the elections, not before. An election during which, if I'm not wrong, 11 MPs with linkages to royal families from the Congress, in fact, got elected, 16 overall in the Lok Sabha. So if the Congress really cared about, the Aam Aadmi in a sense, or sort of losing its feudal past, why not before the elections? Why the sudden discovery of egalitarianism?
First of all, let me correct you. It's not a directive, it's an advisory.
Same thing. When Sonia Gandhi advises, there's nobody who doesn't listen in your party.
There's a distinction between a directive and an advisory, so therefore we'll stick to the advisory bit.
Okay.
And number two, it is implementation of the law of the land as it stands. The 26th Amendment did away with rulers, it did away with their titles. That matter was hanging fire till 1993 in the Supreme Court. The 26th Amendment, the constitutional validity, was under challenge and it wasn't decided. It was in 1993 it was upheld, and after that it was found that some people continued to use titles which is illegal under the law. So therefore this was an advisory which was issued, which primarily reminded them. I don't think there's any need to go into before or after the fact of the matter.
Because many people actually vote for families that have long historically been the royal families of their area.
So I don't think titles really counts out there. So therefore, if there is a family which has a legacy, it has a legacy with or without a title. And in a democracy, everybody is equal. Eventually, the objective being that you cannot make a distinction today between the ruled and the erstwhile ruler. After the Constitution of India came into existence, everybody is equal in the eyes of law, and that's a mandate which the Congress party wants to strictly implement.
All right. More questions from you coming up later, but let me get Arvind Singh Mewar in now. From the royal family of Mewar, now a hotelier and many other avatars. But interestingly, I know that many people of your area address you as, tell us, for those who don't know.
Before I answer your question directly,
yes,
I'd like to put the historical and constitutional perspective of what happened in 47 and in 71 for the benefit of a lot of young people that I see here in the audience. Before 47, when the states were amalgamated and the new Union of India was formulated, the issue of succession was very clearly had a protocol and a process, because you did not succeed to a title, you succeeded to a legacy. And when you succeeded to a legacy, you inherited the title.